decided to try making my pause screen that I currently have myself. Currently it is a pause screen that I've created based on one of my old drawings with the help of AI, and I don't really like it. I don't like using AI for something like this, so I want to try making it myself. I have a drawing tablet, although it is my first time using it. I've just spent a while trying to set it up, so now it's time to start, I guess, slowly. I'm gonna try to see if I can make this work somehow. Let me drag everything into the correct positions. All right, let's see. It's really weird to me to adapt to this. Yeah, that the screen is the entire drawing tablet and that I'm not using a trackpad of sorts, because I'm really used to using, I guess, pen mode. Like, it looks so good, and I know that it's probably fine if I can learn how to draw like this. I should learn how to draw like this, but it is so weird for me to use a tablet like this. Let's see. So the general idea is that I want to do something in the line of this. I made a small storyboard. Like, the first option here is the game Grizz, which I think has a absolutely stunning opening phase, or like a symbol or area for the entire game. This in the bottom left is a drawing that I made the last time I drew things, which was probably, that'd be like 10 years ago. It was maybe 15. It was really long ago. This is the AI thing that was based on this as input, which is, it looks cool, but I would rather have something of my own. This is a different drawing, more similar position-wise to this Grizz one, that I kind of have it as an inspiration. I kind of want to make a mix out of those. Maybe not necessarily mix, but something along those lines. Let me try to trace my mouse position. I'm currently working on what... Is this what lips look like? Probably not. I want to make the lips first, just so that I have a center of a screen thing that I can focus on. That's a bit skewed. Let's see if I can repair this, or if I should just redraw the entire line. Probably should redraw it, but I can't just keep removing aspects. Bottom lip, maybe the lip is too thick, but I'll figure that out eventually. I kind of want to make sure that... No, I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't add details this early. I should just try to make something that roughly works before I then... Oh, I think I deleted one too many things. Before I then try to make something that I can refine. Oh, it's really weird to have these the pressure setting, like the way that I can make things thick and thin just by using the pen. It is very new to me. It's exciting. It looks incredible, I think. Not the drawing itself, that part is fine. Let's see if I can, how it works if I shade things. Like if I want this, I guess I can't draw I can't make the intensity. I can just do on or off. Yeah, I don't have a gray. It kind of looks cool. Yeah. Maybe I can add... Nope. I shouldn't try to add substance here. Obviously, this is way too big. I might be able to make it a little bit smaller. Maybe resize it a little bit. Yeah, there's a solid start. Now, where above the mouth is that mouth is too thick. I think I can make the lips a little bit thinner. Now it looks a bit like a duck. Maybe I shouldn't make it parted. Parted is a bit too much. I will remove this for now. Make a new thing to not overwrite. Maybe I should make a really rough drawing. Basically a preschool drawing with a pen. But just location-wise where I want things to be. Solid. These eyes are too close together. Let me look for inspiration. Like if I use something like the Grizz one, I can just copy it, paste it. Obviously, I'm not trying to copy the thing, but at least, like as a beginner, it's really hard for me to figure out where areas are supposed to be. Man, that's a beautiful image. Alright, so the eyes I want roughly here. The nose basically here. The mouth here. Nope. Let's try to make that at least somewhat straight. Yeah. It's so low on my drawing tablet that I have trouble reaching that. So yeah, this should be fine. Then I don't need this layer anymore. It looks a bit odd to me, but maybe that's how things are supposed to look. I'll make this layer a lot more opaque. Or a lot less opaque, I guess. New one. Let's start. Because I'm doing the location drawing tablet, I want to move in a lot when I'm actually drawing the things. Maybe I'm too far in. If the mouth is this size, I want it to be kind of this area. No. I should do the upper bounds and lower bounds first. Maybe that's a good way to approach it. I can kind of see that I'm already at the edges of fidelity for this. Maybe, wait, can I make the DPI a bit larger? Surely that's possible somehow. Adjustments? Let me figure out how to make the DPI, or to increase the DPI. Photoshop increase DPI. Okay, image size. Oh, here we go. I want 300 DPI. What did it change? Oh god, much larger. I love it. And I think if I now, yeah, at this point my brush is too small, so I have to make it a little bit larger as well. I'll make it 30. 30 sounds like a reasonable size. Let's see, does it feel right? Yeah, this feels fine. I'm a bit too zoomed in. Alright. Now, upper lip. Let's carefully should be fine. Then lower lip, roughly the same. Oh, roughly the same area, but I have to try to make it more curved. Again, this is at the lower end of my drawing tablet, so I'm kind of half on the table here. Oh. Yeah, perfect. The mouth in the background is now really starting to be in the way. I assume, yeah, the lips should point roughly towards the corners, so the corners would be like there. That sounds good. Looks fine to me. Let's try to connect those by doing a slightly parted lip. Yeah, the last time I've ever drawn things was, as I mentioned, like 15 years ago. No, I want it even. Maybe I have to start from this side to do that. And I used to do it just with a mouse and eventually like something like a trackpad. This is rough. I think I need to curve this more down. So it's kind of like this. Yeah, this works. I want to do a slightly parted, no, slightly parted mouth, but one that doesn't look like a duck again. I think I want a weird W shape here. Kind of like this. This is very smiley now. Let me try to... I don't need to erase this, but I can maybe turn it back around. Like the edges of the mouth. Yeah, this looks fine. I've always been a very, very slow drawer, and I've kind of learned that I need to try to just be fine with what I've drawn, because in the end, yeah, it has to be fine at some point. Now, what does a downturned nose look like? I'm gonna have to look up noses. Actually, no, I have the storyboard here. That's a very downturned nose. I don't like that. My other version, my old paint drawing, is very edgy. Oh, I mean, very edge-based, corner-based, corny, I guess. Yeah, that also I don't super like. The other two don't really work anyway. So I'm gonna try something similar to the Gris, but a little bit less severe. Something like this. I have to be aware that I'm really bad at repeating the same curvature that I start with in the end. Kind of like this. Or is this too large? This is too large. This is a massive nose. Big honker? Is honker the word for nose? I don't know. Honker, I think, is something entirely different. Let's not dwell on that too much. I'm trying to subtly follow this curve, but that's a bit silly because it's not supposed to be... I guess I can do the wings of the nose first. So kind of here, which means that the nose itself should go like that. Let's see. Does that look reasonable? I just turned around my pen to try to erase. That's not how this thing works. Yeah, when I say first time with a drawing tablet, that's a bit of a lie. I did use a drawing tablet around 15 years ago, but it was a very different one. And I remember it had a knob for erasing on the back. Obviously, this one doesn't. So it's very odd to me. Even though I haven't used it in, again, 10, 15 years. No, this is too much. Kind of still, the muscle memory is still there. Let me try to figure out if that is how a nose should look like. I think if I want to have a downwards look, I have to look at myself in OBS. I have to figure out how the downturn nose looks like. Maybe I shouldn't look at myself. My nose is massive. Let's see. Downturned noses. Yeah, I think this is a little bit too wide again compared to the mouth. Although I don't really like the way it is done here with the Gris image, even though I'm using that as a rough reference. So maybe if you're looking at someone maybe an upturned nose is fine. Fuck it. We'll do it upturned. Let me start erasing. Alright, upturned nose. We have the inner part of the nose. Nope. Kind of like that. This I'm fine with. I might have to move it to the side a little bit, because I think at the moment it's impeding. It shouldn't be this far apart. Like this would be rather large. So I'm just going to move it to the side after I'm done with it. Oh, and now it is trying to roughly copy what I did on the first draw. Maybe I can salvage this. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, let's move it to the side a little bit. Roughly here. That should be the center of the face. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be at least roughly in the right position. And then like if you think about it, the fleshy part of the nose doesn't go that much like this, maybe? That's maybe too much. That's too pronounced. Something like this. I'm gonna have to look at it in large to see if it's too much. Oh, I really like how I did the teetering out towards the end of the stroke on the other side. But I don't... This is rather tough to replicate. Ah, come on. Nope. I went too far again. Start slow. No, start slow. And then... Oh, it's... Okay. Now I focus too much on the... too little on the shape. So it should be roughly like this. That's not... I could just copy this one and put it on the other side, but that feels like cheating. Maybe I should start from the top. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Ah! It's intense. Like, I don't want it to end up looking like a cat nose, and I think I'm unfortunately very close to that already. I think shadowing will do a bunch here if I basically do it like that, only obviously a lot less drastic. So hopefully that makes it a little bit better then. All right. Up to the... Oh, the eyes are this high? That doesn't seem right. I think maybe the face I'm starting is a lot smaller, because if I think about it, oh god, yeah, that's like the bridge of the nose would go around here, and then eyes would obviously, this is rough. This is very rough. It's really hard for me to replicate these strokes on the other side, basically like this. So I want the eyes very much down here and a lot closer together. This looks awful. This looks so rough. Good enough for me. Get rid of these. But I'm definitely also removing the guideline. Maybe I'm adding another guideline. I can delete this layer, make another one, and then go in again a little bit. I decided to not show the entire Photoshop screen, just the, I guess, relevant areas. No, that's... like the nose works like this. Then I want the eyes to be roughly here. Maybe that's too close together. I'll figure that out when it comes to that. For now I can use it as a guideline and also as a size guideline, which is nice. Oh, am I not allowed to zoom in? Ah, there we go. Alright, for eyes. Eyes, obviously, there are people who spend years just drawing eyes, and rightfully so. Eyes are extremely hard. But they're kind of the cheats that you can use if you don't really want to bother that much. I just don't know them. Alright. This is very much the anime eye, and I think it's too much. There's the, I guess, this kind of shape, the diamond shape, which I can't really do. I guess it depends a lot what the subject is looking at, and I'm not good enough for that. So let's see. It looks so dumb. It's also too large, I think, is it? Maybe it's just slightly too large. That I can edit in post. Let's for now focus on making the round eye, the big part around it. Oh, that's still in eraser mode. I think I want roughly like this size. Yep. Okay, yep, then we can do that round. I guess I can draw the lid first. So it should be somewhat like this size. Seems right. I'm just going to draw the top part of the lid. I'm going to draw it with the wing. And now it's so much about the shape of the eye as well. I think I wanted to go slightly lower here. Yeah, looks fine. Oh, once again, I'm turning my pen around to erase. That's not the way it goes. At least not here. not in this car. All right. What a beaut. Now to actually add the eye part. Doesn't need to be super pronounced. It just needs to be round. And I guess here I can't really hide myself in rough artistic freedom. It has to be round, otherwise it looks silly. Mostly correct. I think I was getting there. Is this fine? Is this solid? I think so. The top part is a bit... I guess the right side should be... I can just delete this. Right side should be a bit wider. And I think if I do it with more... Yeah, here we go. If I do it with a bit more action, I don't have to worry about jittering so much. Alright, mostly fine. I keep just trying to turn my pen to erase. It's a shame that this one doesn't have that. I really like that part of the experience. I'm also very used to worrying about dismantling my own stuff, so I'm gonna make a new layer just in case I need to get rid of stuff again. Now for the lower part of the eye, I don't even know if I want to keep the entire eye or if I just want to basically... I guess this is a little bit too short. I would want to maybe do it like this. Obviously, other order. Yeah, this looks all right. Then I have kind of this eye size. I think that's almost good already. Nope. I think I want to go this shape. Yep. And this looks honestly fine. Good enough. I guess I don't want the end area to be this intense. So I can kind of, again, let it teeter out a bit. Like this maybe. Then it feels weird to make it this pronounced. And I think it's maybe a case of I have to wait until it's fully finished. Let me remove... I can now use the mouse to remove stuff, because this is very rough. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, this is fine. I don't think it looks particularly nice. I might have to screw with the shape a little bit. I'm also gonna do the inside fully dark for now. That one just gives me a bit more area to work with. Now, if I combine that, merge layers, and then I want to duplicate it just in case I want to go back to this version. All right, let's see if I can edit this a little bit to make it slightly less awkward shaped. If I want to make it a little bit more, I guess a little bit less surprised, I can try making it like this. Oh, once again, turning my pen. Let's remove a bit of the top area here. Just casually shave a bit of the top of the eyebrow. Shouldn't be an issue. Oh, and maybe I can do this. Yeah, I think this looks fine. I think the position looks a bit odd right now, so I might have to move it. Not too much, actually. Yeah, once the shading is in there, it should change. Currently, I don't like it that much. I guess I can cheat a little bit. Oh. Copy this one, paste it, transform it. I want the width to be minus 100%. And then roughly like this. I'm gonna redraw the eye, but at least I can have it as a size comparison. Let me make it a little bit fainter. Because especially for the inside of the eye, it's gonna matter a lot what the actual size is. Come on, we're not allowed to zoom in here. There we go. All right. Again, center of the eye should be roughly exactly the same. And I'm definitely not good enough to do that freehand. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit. All right. Shape of the eye, also roughly I'm basically just following my own lines here. That's where my drawing tablet ended. I want to make it probably a little bit sharper, but that is for when I get to it. Yeah, okay, that needs to be less thick. I remember that when I did my first... Like I never started off doing practice things because I was like a tiny perfectionist and wanted things to look absolutely perfect. And I guess I just have to make sure that it doesn't look like it's continuing in the bottom there. That's fine. I wanted to do really great looking things immediately, and I think I started off with a lot of like electronic or mechanical looking parts, and then tried to make that into something. And obviously if you do like a mechanical robot and then you add a face, if you don't know how to draw and you're only used to doing robotical or mechanical parts, then that really shows in the face. And I think with the Head in the Clouds one that I made, there I basically spent the entire time on the face and then just kind of doodled with the rest of it. I think I remember that at some point it became a little bit too much for me, so I just stopped, and I feel like I could have continued in the lower half a bit. But to me, I really like the look of it. It looks a lot like the early Final Fantasy drawings. That kind of mechanical, intertwined shape. I really, really enjoy that art style. All right, now for the... Oops. I guess I don't know yet if I want to... I think I'm having trouble teetering out towards the end. Maybe that is something that's more possible when you're closer to it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe a bit too much here. I guess I can remove some of this and then continue. It doesn't all need to be the same size or shape. In the end, it's also going to be a tiny part of a big thing. So it doesn't need to be perfect, but the general direction should be the same. And I think I'm already being a bit rough on that. Oh, and then I want to go... I have to look at this in full screen, because otherwise I'm gonna have trouble imagining it. It doesn't need to be super even, but a lot more dense. I think you shouldn't be able to really see these individual hairs like this. Although this is now a bit bushy. Maybe I should leave that for later on. I think it's fine if it just starts roughly around here. No, I should leave this for later. This looks very rough. Come on, there we go. All right, I have this. She does look a bit too surprised. Maybe that changes if I shadow this a little bit. I'm just gonna try shadowing it so that I can see what it roughly looks like. Like if this is in a roughly in the shadow. Yeah, then the look already, like if I block it for myself, it already looks very different expression-wise. So I think with shading I can do a lot here. Don't need to do that right now because I don't know how. So yeah, eyebrows. I think I want to do with a smaller pencil size. The same is true for every other shading. So I guess face shape is important. For this, I'm just gonna try a bunch of perfect, incredible. Yeah, I'm just gonna try a bunch of versions. It's gonna be really tough for me with the size of, or with the kind of the drawing tablet, because I don't really know. That is too blocky. I want the chin to come in fairly quickly. No, I think I need a rough sketching thing. So I need to, like, how do I want the chin to go? That is, I think the face needs to end sooner here. Kind of like this, but then it should bulge out a little bit. Now if I move this around, can I find a version that I like? Not really. It's rough. I think the bottom is a bit too... No, I definitely wanted less blocky. So kind of like this. No. Oh, this is rough. Okay, what the heck does an actual face shape look like? back to the references. I have this face shape, which is, I think, a bit too narrow for what I want. I have this face shape, which is actually incredible. Let me... Oh, I want to copy this layer. Like if I paste that here and look at it a little in a very blown up version, then I want you to be about 20%. Yeah, I think the version here is much... it looks so odd overlaid like this. And I think looking at this, if I line it up, I think I'm gonna try matching that the position here a little bit more. I guess I can make 2 copies. I'll make a copy and see what it looks like if I match the background position a little. So is that roughly on the same height? Here, mouth up a little, or nose up a little. Nope, I don't want generative fill. Lips lower. If I look at this, oh, that's already very, very different shape of face, I guess. I think it's a little bit too low. I try to move this back up. It looks a bit weird now, because I think the bottom side of the face is slightly leaning and the top is not. Maybe if I have it like this. This is very rough, because if I don't get the position right, then I'm gonna have issues I guess I can always change it a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna keep with this. Face shape-wise though, I'm definitely not staying with what I had. I'm gonna try what it looks like if I match this face shape. Oh, no, I want a new layer. And pen. Oh, I already can't aim there. It's outside of my drawing tablet's range. I guess that side of the face is kind of covered, so I'm going to use the uncovered side. Just roughly. Okay, less roughly. Maybe I need to do one nice stroke. That was so good until close to the end. I faltered in the second half there. But I think up until here, it was really solid. So let's see if I can... No, I think those lips are too strong for someone with this face shape. This is so rough. How do other people do that? I guess I'm gonna try doing something that obviously people who are good at this do. I'm gonna try to do the ball-shaped face thing. Where you have an egg, I guess. Come on. Oh, I'm in the eraser still. We have an egg. Oh, slightly larger egg. And then you... I guess my face is already quite centered, so I don't need it to be that ball shaped. And I guess at the top it needs to be different, but the top doesn't really matter anyway. Not for my purpose. Alright. It's such clear, it's so clear that I'm not good at this, that I'm just spitballing my way there. This is Egg. Say hi to Egg. Say welcome to Egg. And this is almost perfect. It looks so dumb. It looks like the annoying orange. Which is definitely an up-to-date and current reference. Alright, let me try to just move things a little bit here. This is, as I look at this, it's getting more and more rough. I guess now I'm trying to adapt something to a face shape that I don't have. Like, yeah, this is not the way to go. Although I do wish I knew how to actually do this. Like, this is just... This is so rough. Okay. We stay with this. Maybe I don't need a face shape. Nope. No. We're not looking at this. Alright, let me draw again. How do I continue from here? I'm genuinely a bit stumped. I guess I could do the chin thing. Oh, am I not allowed to do that? There we go. That's too close, too much. It needs to be extremely soft and not that curved. How do people figure out face shape? No, I don't like the chin thingy. Let me test this. I'm gonna have the corner around here. Then top around here. And then I connect the dots. This could be much worse, honestly. This looks... It's just a line for now. And it's a very moon-faced line at that. Come on, I can connect two dots. Oh, this could be worse. This I can work with, and then I can make it slightly less. I guess the bottom part can be a little bit more flat. Like this. And then, no, I'm trying to make it closer, and I probably shouldn't do that. I want... This is fine. Like, if you can imagine like this with a pony, this is a fine face shape. I'm happy with this. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, but I'm gonna go with this. I guess I don't know yet if I want to have really rough lines or these kind of drawy lines. I assume the drawy lines are a little bit easier since I can be rough, since I can allow myself to make a few like visible errors here. And I can kind of approximate what I actually want to have. Let's see. If I do this for the rest of the face as well, is that gonna work out well? I assume not like this. But yeah, that is fine. I guess. Alright. A little bit rougher style, but I think it gives me the option to do a few things more. Like already that eye expression. Oh, yeah, this is nice. Come on. I think I need to do the strokes in the other direction, which is really hard. I might need to, move how I sit here. Man, my respect of artists just is growing with every stroke that I fuck up here. How do people manage to do this without crying? Because I feel like I really know what I want to see in the end. And then every step there is just me compromising on what I wanted to have in the end. Come on, we can do. I guess the eye has, what are they called? They go down a little. And definitely not in that shape. But I want something not like that. Although actually, that gives me the option to extend the eye a little bit here. Which I think is going to be fine in the long run. But I might want to leave that for a second. Alright, nose doesn't need that much added. No, I'm now making both parts too big. Well, this is fine. And then if I do something, I want very, very soft lines. But maybe I just need to actually make soft lines for that. So I'm gonna try making a little, maybe I need to put the opacity to less. Maybe 40 is fine. Now if I, yeah, this I can work with. And basically do a little bit of shadowing. And then in the inside, I kind of almost want to fade. Oh, yeah, if I can layer them, that's really good. Oh, yes, I like this. Now the nose is kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. And I can't, my drawing tablet is too small, so let me just scroll up. Oh, I think I should have done this from the start. just more opacity, and that way if I am not happy with the line, I just don't continue it. Oh, this feels so nice. And then nose-wise, I kind of want to do the little bit of wings, not wings. Like something like this. Just to show roughly that there's a nose that is continuing. Okay, now let's look at the bottom here. There's too much chin going on, and I don't know which line is actually correct. Definitely not the top line. And I kind of want to go through the middle there, I think. Kind of like this. And then I have to just get rid of the other two. Oh, I'm in a different layer here. Because while rough lines look fine generally, I think they don't really fit here. Not in this part. Although, maybe the bottom one was good. I might have to re-add that in or just fill it a bit. Like this. Then I need to change this side a little bit. Perfect. Right, now for the eye. I wanted to do more for the eye anyway. And now that I have this more opaque layer, I might as well. Oh, once again, I'm out of range of my drawing tablet. Right. I don't want it to be too hard towards the lower part, but definitely basically black in the upper area of the eye. Then slightly the same in the other side. Maybe more curved towards the eye. And then a lot less severe in the top part of the eye. Ooh. Do I like this? I don't know yet. Yeah, no, I like this. And I think the same is true for the hairs. Because like this, you can really do a nice hair effect. Oh. Now I'm cooking with opacity, I guess. And I want hairs to kind of... Nope, I want them to be more curved. This. That's maybe a bit bushy, and I guess I'll figure that out later. Yeah, it's a bit bushy, but I'm fine with it for now. I'm already giving my best, so I don't need to make it worse than it is. Alright. Here, I think I'm gonna do something drastic. Let me, for now, duplicate and merge those layers so that I don't fuck up something I can't undo. Alright, let me remove the line of the eye here. And I think I want to, instead of drawing the line of the eye, I want to hint at it with eyebrows. Not eyebrows. What the fuck are they called? Yeah. I think this might be nicer. Although I think they should go, nope, less curved. And then here, oh, my drawing tablet is reaching its limits. Yeah, I think you want something that's less bushy than what I'm doing, but yeah, I might get there eventually. For now, this is fine. I'm just gonna go continue in the bottom. It looked really nice when I close up with it, but I think the more I look at it from afar, the more it looks basically like fur and just like hairs, tiny hairs. I definitely want the tiny hair. That's too much. Definitely want the tiny hair feel. Unlike here, where I just want some nice lines. Basically, I want to try to make it look as puffy as I'm implying it is. That's too strong. Let me just do very vague lines. And yeah, because teeth shouldn't be... No, maybe it was fine the way I had it. I guess I wanted a bit more at the bottom here. Here also in the bottom. And I guess the top area where the lip kind of should cast a little bit of a shadow should be a little bit thicker, which it already is quite a bit. Then here in the bottom chin, bottom lip, I mean, also just add a little bit of diffusion. Nope, not like that. Maybe like that. Not like that. Alright. Let me zoom out. I feel like it's coming together. I feel like now I need to definitely revisit the eyes. But I like the way it looks currently. Or at least I like the way it's evolving. Like it used to be very... Let me do the inner side of this eye. The inner side of the other eye I'm very happy with. I like that it's kind of dark and moody. It's just the outer part that I dislike immensely. And I want probably this part to be slightly deeper than the other one. Nope, not like that. I guess not this early. Kind of like this. I feel like this is nice. Nope, this is too much. And then in the rest, at least here, I can kind of do a little bit more darkness, more diffusion. The center should... Actually, no, this looks fine. Maybe less. But I like this. How did I do the other side? Similar-ish. I guess a little bit more here. Maybe not this much, but close to this. And then slightly less on this end. Yeah, now the bushiness really is coming out. I think I just need a smaller pen to just slightly tip in there. Let me... Yeah, currently the right side looks very bushy, the left side doesn't. That's a bit of an issue. And I guess the continuation here is very different right now. So yeah, I have to go in there with a smaller pen, but it is quite late already for me. So I'm probably gonna head off. I like the start of this. I'm happily gonna revisit it at a later date. If you enjoyed this, thank you for watching. If you didn't, I'm happy for suggestions on how to improve. Yeah, I know that I'm not great at drawing. I'm very much a beginner, and a beginner's beginner at that. But I'm trying my best. Thank you. Bye bye.